Alright, hi everybody, it's me. Yo! Falcon 922. Yo, this episode of JoJo. Listen, 5 out of 5. I really don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck. No fucks given. 5 out of 5. Episode 38. This was this is Iggy's episode. This is Iggy's fucking episode. Yo, this episode was fucking amazing. I mean, the beginning part we have basically, and we got basically the whole point is in the beginning we see Pontiff and he's sitting at this like side street, and this guy keeps following him. We finally find out that he's like a professional beggar. I don't know if they have that in fucking Egypt, but whatever. But anyway, this guy basically recognizes Abdul as the fortune teller. So Abdul asks him to find this place, which is Dio's mansion. So he says sure, and he like dresses up and shit and everything, and he'll be back in 3 hours, and he's gonna find out where it is. Meanwhile, we go to Iggy. Yo, Iggy was a fucking G in this episode. I cannot tell a lie. Basically, he encounters these like 2 dogs, and they're growling at him. He's just standing there, and he just, yo, that was awesome. He just stands his ground and just says, "Get the fuck out of my face, fool! Get out! I'm Iggy, bitch!" And then the dogs, they run away, and they see this gate, and they see this thing flapping its wings and shit. So they go into and they get torn to pieces. Literally. And I don't know if this is true, but it seems like people believe that the creator of JoJo has a hatred for dogs. I don't think so. I don't think that's the case, but hey, majority of the dogs in JoJo's Art Adventure get brutalized. The only time that didn't happen so far, from my knowledge, is in part 2. But basically, they get brutalized, and we find out there's this bird, this hawk. I believe it's a hawk. No, not a hawk. Falcon. Falcon. I got that wrong. A falcon. And he's the guardian of Dio's mansion. He won't allow anyone to get into the mansion. And just this standoff between him and Iggy, I was like, yo. I don't know what else to say. This was GOAT. This was fucking GOAT. This episode. I'm sorry. But when you have a dog, and you know what the best part of this episode was? You got to hear Iggy talk. I mean, usually you don't hear him talk. I didn't hear him at any time during the OVA talk. And you get to hear him talk here. Amazing. Totally amazing. Totally unbelievable. The fight was really fucking ridiculous. And basically, here's a standoff with the falcon, which I believe his name is Pet Shop. The stand name is confusing to me. It's an Egypt name they give falcons, because falcons is apparently they were explaining in the episode, is idolized by the Egyptians, bird of prey, all that jazz. And this car was about to run it over. It went underneath the fucking car, and I was like, yo, what the fuck? So Iggy leaves, and this kid shows up, and he's trying to find his dogs. And you know what he sees? Yo, this fucking falcon was eating one of the dog's heads. He was eating it. He was eating its eyeball and shit and drinking its blood. I was like, oh shit. I was dying. I was like, yo, this is awesome. And then Iggy comes in to save the kid, and the kid leaves, and he barks at him to get the hell out of here. And they have this fight. Now, Pet Shop apparently, his stand is ice. So it's kind of interesting with that, because Iggy's is sand and his is ice. Throughout the episode, it's pretty much Iggy trying to survive. It's like, yo. And then basically what ends up happening is the fight goes into the sewer. At one point, I thought Iggy died. I really think he did. But no, it was his stand. And he actually scratches the bird, and it's bleeding. And supposedly there was like a Bruce Lee moment where the bird just licks the blood and he spits it out. And he's just standing there. I was like, yo. This episode was amazing. I'm sorry. I was just going crazy over it. And basically, we see the full form of Pet Shop's stand, which is like this very stonish, very stone kind of looking bird. And you see these different claws and his ice forming in them. And he's just going crazy ice out on me. And we also get another scene with Jotaro and the guys. And they're wondering where this guy is and so on and so forth. And Iggy, they're wondering where Iggy is. Where's that dumb mud? This was such a crazy episode. And then, like, Iggy was trying so hard to get this guy off his back. Like, I'm not going into the mansion, man. Get off my back. What's this grudge, This episode was amazing. And then the final part, of course, leaving us on a cliffhanger. Oh, no. But the bird, Pet Shop attacks him, and we don't see what happens. Most likely Iggy's okay. So he's going to continue in the next week's episode. Out of all the fights I've seen in part 3 of this anime right now, of part 3 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Stardust Crusaders, right now, this is turning into one of my favorites. I know people are going to say Bonkai. Really? Yes. Iggy. Come on. It's fucking Iggy, man. And you really think about it. All the dogs in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, majority of them just get owned. They just die in the most horrible ways. I mean, part 1 with fucking... Oh, I shouldn't say that. Who might not have seen part 1. But if you've seen part 1, you've watched part 2. With Jonathan's dog. Part 2, no dog died. So, and then here. So it's just like, it's crazy. But Iggy, no, he doesn't go down like that shit. And he even says it like he just wants to, like, find a good, a good bitch, and have a free lifestyle and shit. I was like, yeah. This was amazing. It was amazing. This episode. There's no question in my mind. 5 out of 5. Next week will be the conclusion of it. Yo, awesome. I'm wondering how longer this is gonna go. I don't think it's gonna be that long. For part 3, I think like they're pretty much there because he's at the fucking door at the mansion fighting this bird. So what I believe might happen is he'll probably defeat it, and Jotaro and the guys, they'll eventually find Iggy, and they'll go into the mansion. And this will be the final battle with Dio. Nothing else to add. Iggy is a motherfucking G. I don't know about other dogs in anime, but Iggy's up there. He needs to at least be in the top 3. He needs to at least be in the top 3 of best dogs of anime. At least. At least. Iggy for motherfucking Dog of the Year. I'm Bonka922. I'll see you guys later. The bird and the dog. Let's go. Yeah, it was awesome. I'll see you guys later. Peace.